Hey, how's it going, guys? Agrippa Maxenius here, also known as Kevin Buster from Slytherin, and of course I'm here with David Sharrock. We're here to show you guys, of course, Battlestar Galactica. We know you guys are really excited for this, so we want to jump into the game now. I'm a bit of a novice with the game myself, a bit of a novice with the series, really. David here, he knows just about everything there is to know. So I'm going to turn things over to him, and let's see what he has to say about this new game.
Thanks, Kevin. Hello, everybody. So, a bit of background. I work for Slytherin, who are the publisher of the game. I'm working with Black Lab, who are in the chat there. Hello, Destiny Bit. Thank you very much. And they're in Perth, in Western Australia, up the Kangaroos. And we've been working for about a year now, working on Battlestar Galactica, getting it into a good state and ready to show it to you guys tonight. So for all the Battlestar fans out there, I thought a little bit of background and context as to where we are and what you're going to see this evening. So Deadlock is set in the first Cylon War, not the second one, which lasted about 2 seconds, but the first one, which lasted for about 15 years. So we got the series of Caprica ended with the creation of Cylons. You saw Blood and Chrome and the Razor flashbacks showing the end of the first Cylon War. And then we're going to get into our series. We're about 4 years into the first Cylon War, and it's called Deadlock for a reason, because Cylons and Colonials are going at each other. No one's winning, no one's pushing back. The 12 colonies have just about been strangled together to sign the Articles of Colonization, and as part of that we start getting our first proper Battlestars. So Galactica being one of the first ones, right. But also from that you get things like the Prometheus and the Athena, which I think some people in chat would like to see.
Yeah, I think so. And I think, we definitely wanted to show the Athena, but maybe we should make them wait another 20, 30 minutes. And
yeah, we could do.
No, we'll show you guys the Athena. Okay. Let's jump in and take a look at the Athena ship. So, guys, this is, of course, one of the Battlestars, the Athena. I mean, it's looking beautiful here. If you guys take a look, just have a look at this thing. I mean, the scope of this actual ship to me is monumental. It's just something that I really can't fathom. Of course, we've got some tremendous actual, asteroids around, etc. sort of thing. You can see space all around you. And of course, generally speaking, the Cylons are going to be attacking from in front of us, somewhere in front of us. We're soon going to be tracking them. But I think I'm going to let David go ahead and start the fight and give you guys also a look at the Athena ship. I don't know if you could give us kind of like a rundown of some of the parts, or at least the way it looks.
Yep, so this is the Jupiter-class Battlestar Athena. With this moniker down the side, full colonial seals, and for this time of year we got a full batch of eight reel on the top, 4 on the dorsal side, and the usual 4 batteries, and 8 down each side of the light anti-aircraft guns. We're accompanied by our escort fleet, and we're going up against some Cylons who we've caught in the middle of a Tylium refinery area. And shall we press play, Kevin?
I think we should. Yeah, let's jump in. I mean, we made them wait long enough.
Yeah, this is all getting
Let's just go. Let's do it. Come on. Let's see what happens. So here we go. Already we see, of course, the shells firing off at the enemy. Just a tremendous amount of firepower. You can actually see that ship on the left firing some missiles. And look at this. Boom. That Cylon ship is completely done. I don't think anybody's going to survive that fast. But one thing I really do love, and I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it here, is the actual physics involved here in the explosion. If we kind of just like zoom up close to the explosion, you can actually see bits of the actual craft ripping apart. You can see that explosive blast, and it's just beautiful. It really is. Yep. And he didn't stand a chance, but too bad. So I guess we're going to go ahead and continue on here with the battle. And of course, we probably want to explain to people kind of like what's going on. So clearly, we began this battle a bit earlier, guys. We wanted to make sure that you guys had the best view of this. And what we're doing right now is taking on the Cylons. We're quite close. Now, a lot of the times when you actually start these battles, the Cylons will be quite a distance. You have to close distance, get into a combat. But in this case, we're right there in combat. So let's jump in for some more and see if we can kill some more Cylons.
Yep. So let's tell you what. Do you want to see that fight bit again?
Let's see. Let's watch it again. So the replay is excellent, of course. Here we go. Look at all those missiles on the way. We got some torpedoes as well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right in the hull of the Cylon ship, and it is destroyed. Wow. So
that's one of the cool things about the system that Lab Games have made, is that this is kind of simultaneous real time, simultaneous turn-based as well.
Yes.
So we have a pause at the moment here, where we can basically choose to plan our orders, choose what we want our ships to do, and then as the opponent is doing exactly the same thing. So whether it's an AI or someone else in multiplayer, they're all going, right, okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to take my Battlestar over to the right, I'm going to raise it, drop it, tilt it. What am I going to do? What is ship's going to do? Who's going to fire on who? That's the thing. So you're trying to always outthink your opponent.
Right.
It's not just necessarily about Twitch skills.
Right, and that's the thing. Sort of I guess we're not calling it a WeGo system. It's sort of just a turn-based, a simultaneous turn-based system.
Yeah. So it kind of has the essence of WeGo. But it gives you that ability to sort of plan out. So you see everything at the end of it. You can watch it all play through in real time.
Wow. Very cool. Very cool.
Summary. So I'm going to get some ships moving. So
now another thing I want to know, we've got all these missiles flying across the screen. We've got ships moving across the screen. Now, is it possible for ships or missiles to, accidentally strike each other? Could you hit allied ships and cause a major bit of damage? Because I'm pretty good at that.
Yes, well, I've said
actually do that really
your,
well.
Your evidence, Kevin, is certainly for that. But yes, it is most certainly.
Absolutely.
They're very possible to hit your own ships, hit yourself into scenery, ram up enemy ships by accident, all sorts of things like that.
I'm going to be having a lot of fun with this one, guys.
So
I promise you that.
So I've currently got over here my Thanatos Manticore, who is a light corvette. He's running out front for me because his Dreadis sweep is much broader. That's why I've managed to get things in sweep. I'm going to shrink him back down now because I know that what ships are there. I'm going to engage him a bit. And I've got the maneuverability.
Can we get a close-up on the Cerberus? Because this thing looks absolutely vicious. I mean, I wouldn't want to go up against this thing. It looks terrifying. I'm assuming that something like this, I mean, with this kind of weight behind it, it's probably pretty slow. Is that true?
Oh yeah, so the Cerberus is kind of the Cylon's current peak carrier technology. So it spits out 3 wings of raiders. It's got some really very nasty heavy ordnance on the top and on the bottom. It's not something to really want to get into close combat with. Yeah. But it will do a lot of damage.
Absolutely. So you certainly want to attack it in force to make sure it's dead, or else you're in trouble. Yes. It looks like somebody over here. I want to try to find this question. It seemed kind of interesting. Somebody asked if can the ships tilt side to side.
So as they turn, they'll rotate, which is going to be an interesting thing as they're trying to move through past that Tilian colony. But they generally stay in the kind of level plane, which kind of means that it's actually really possible to actually take them up and down and around the corners. It makes it much more controllable. As some of the Black Lab guys found when they were prototyping this, is that actually if you make it so that players can stay still or start turning vertical, it makes it really hard for players to understand what they can do. Whereas this system is actually really engaging but also really strategic.
It makes sense. Excellent, excellent. And I see you're going for a very, very close call on this particular ship. Now, this, I understand, is a bit of scenery. This is kind of something I would do during the stream. So I think you're taking something from a grip of Max Saints. I appreciate that. And what he's going to try to do, guys, is see if he can crash. No, actually, he's going to try to avoid this massive piece, this massive structure right here. We're going to see what happens.
Well, so what I'm actually trying to do is I've currently got 2 wings of raiders coming in to engage me. And I'm going to try and basically slip underneath this Tilian colony to basically force them, basically not give them attack vector. Okay. But also, given I've got raiders incoming, I think it's probably best if the Jupiter launches its Vipers.
Wonderful. Let's go for it, guys. Let's get some Vipers. And once again, those of you that are familiar with the show should know about the Viper. And we know we've got a lot of Battlestar Galactica fans here. Most of you know the Viper class. So let's see what they do.
I say, again, because we're quite early in the war, these are actually Viper Mark 1s, so you don't actually have Viper Mark 2s yet. You might get to have a look later on.
Interesting.
And I'm also going to quickly shove some missile ordnance down this Nemesis's throat.
Missile tubes prep.
I'm quite concerned about it. There you go. And then we have Adamant here, who's a light carrier who carries a Raptor. My Raptor is currently over here. He's going off on a bit of a special mission to try and engage that Cerberus from the side.
Wonderful. Well, let's get started. We'll see if we can destroy this Cerberus, guys. Wow. So he's definitely going for a nice shot here with the missiles, and we can actually see the missiles firing. Now there is a difference, I guess, between the actual shells and the missiles themselves. So the missiles do need to recharge, right? It takes a few turns for them to sort of get up to speed.
Yeah, you need to get reloaded.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah. As you may have noticed with a small firing sniper, I think I may have missed that. There you go. That's all the fun of the game.
Wonderful. Look at that. Yeah, so we're... Oh, yeah. So he did an Agrippa, essentially.
Yes.
Is what he did.
That's half the fun,
it's too bad. But so, of course, you can crash your ships, and, I mean, that guy's pretty much finished.
He's bad. I think I may have sacrificed a few souls there.
Yeah,
my
certainly. I mean, maybe there's a way to save him. I highly doubt it.
In the meantime, so my Vipers have launched. model Vipers. I'm going to get them, send them over there to target these raiders.
Yes, sir.
Let's go for it.
Discourage them. I'm going to engage those raiders and engage my raptors. In the meantime, we've lost another nemesis over here. And this one's still going. Now, the other thing here is that this nemesis is starting to turn away from me because I've already chewed through most of his armor.
Right, and I'm not sure, I might be looking at this wrong, but if you zoom into the actual nemesis, I'm seeing perhaps some damage on the left side. Is that actual damage?
Missiles hitting, yeah. So,
yeah, missiles actually hitting it,
yeah. So basically he's going to get plowed through here. He's basically lost all his left front and rear armor, and he's got missiles coming in, and a Battlestar and 2 corvettes closing in, so he's pretty toast.
Wow, and I know, like, for instance, one thing is that, I guess, like, a broadside firing position or something like this, it's not going to play a massive role in a game with starships because obviously these are, they're in space. I'm sure they have much better firing capabilities. So a lot of the times what I've noticed when I see you play the game is you're trying to have one side get somewhat damaged, but then you want to avoid damage to that side and sort of turn your ship around so this damage can be spread evenly.
Yeah, so this is the Holocaust, who's a light adamant class. So he's launched that Ranger, but he's also got pretty decent broadside of light guns, especially very good for taking out fighters. But he's not very good in the front armor department, so we're taking a bit of damage.
Oh, I can see
so
that.
I'm going to start wheeling him round to the outside and point my right side of these raiders here.
He's definitely better for the broadside.
Oh, definitely, yes. Yeah. Whereas something like the Ranger up here is generally fiercer from the front, and also from the downside as well.
This looks like some terrifying cannons for sure. Well, let's see if we can kill this thing. I'm not so sure we can. I mean, it seems pretty massive, but let's see what we can do.
He's going. Let's see if I can quickly shove some missiles down on this side as well. Quickly focus fire from these turrets onto this to make sure he gets properly pummeled and we're off.
Here we go, guys. Oh, absolute destruction there. And I love it. Wow. I'm already seeing some debris from your previous ship still sort of floating around in the sky in the lower right corner.
A big full battle tends to turn into quite a graveyard.
A graveyard of debris. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So we've only got, look at the map, and we've only really got Cerberus left to take on. So let's go and finish him off. We've done to him so far. He's pretty intact still.
No, he looks fine. I mean,
we're not really
doesn't look slightly damaged, but I'm sure we will.
Our Raptors are getting into a bit of a tussle here. They've come with some rockets and go use their rockets quickly to soften up that flank.
So this is good news. So not only can the ships fire rockets, but sort of the smaller attack ships can also fire rockets. And now, does that apply to all the smaller attack ships, or just
the Raptors are more kind of multi-use?
Okay, understood.
So I'm going to start bringing my Rangers down to engage on his level.
Very nice.
I'm going to Battlestar lagging behind, so I'm going to quickly basically press the boost thrusters button.
And with these boost thrusters, you are taking a risk, right? It's not like you can just boost your speed without any negatives at all.
That's his firing range with boot thrusters on.
Wow.
That's with it off. So it's kind of thing. You're shuddering your ship by throwing all the energy through your thrusters. Wonderful. So you're not going to engage with as much potential as you would otherwise.
All right, let's kill this thing. Come on, I want to see if we can actually destroy it.
Let's go shove some torpedoes down his throat.
Oh, there we go. Some actual torpedoes, guys.
Yep.
We're going to be firing these and just trying to do as much damage as we can here to this thing. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of firepower. Come on, let's get a kill. Maybe we'll wait one more turn for a kill, I'm thinking. He's definitely turning, yeah. So
he managed to milk through all his front armor. You can see he's turning away to try and engage his other side armor.
Right.
I think he's too...
So he knows once we chew through that front armor, we start hitting the hull, and eventually he's destroyed.
Yep.
He's obliterated.
But the other thing is each ship's not only can they kind of move within their arc, but they can also drop and rotate. So I'm going to keep these guns, basically, rather than just floating away, I'm going to pitch around and engage him.
And you sort of mentioned to me earlier that depending on the size of the ship or the weight of the ship, the rotation is going to be either sort of more of a rotation where you can sort of turn like 180 degrees with like a smaller ship, but with a much bigger like sort of Battlestar, you might not be able to make that 180 degrees.
Something like the Athena here is she's only got to get a 90-degree turn at best.
Yeah, and I love G. Hawkins' comment here. I should not have watched this. Now I cannot wait. Well, welcome, and we're happy to make you feel that way. We really are. So here we go. We're going to go ahead, end the turn, and let's see if we can finally kill this thing. So David is getting some unbelievable shots there at the front. As we mentioned before, he's trying to turn, but he's finished. That's it. Look at that explosion. I mean, I'm wondering, could this explosion actually damage our ships, or is this more or less going to stay away from damage?
Generally, it's a good idea to not ram your way through solid objects.
Yeah, that makes good. I haven't learned that yet, as you've probably noticed.
Well, I tried to avoid it over there, but didn't quite get my fins underneath.
Yes, but so excellent, guys. So we just saw this. Now, can we actually watch a replay of this,
Yep.
David? And this way, guys, once again, now this game is, of course, turn-based, well, sort of simultaneous turn-based, but you can watch a replay of all the games you do. So if you had an extremely good battle and you want to show some friends, this is the way to do it. You use the replay system. You can click any of the ships, watch them. You can see exactly who's getting hit. You can see exactly who's doing the damage, and it's extremely fun. You can also get some really great shots as you're watching here, and it's just absolutely beautiful to actually watch and be a part of. Thank you, Shadow Space says the graphics are amazing. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. Game visually looks incredible. Absolutely love it. Thank you guys for doing this live stream. We're more than happy to indulge you, Astral. There we go. Look at those guns. I mean, that's incredible. I love to see sort of the individual guns here. Unfortunately, we lost that guy on the left. Oof. That was a close call with the missiles. A very close call.
Unfortunately, underneath rather than in front.
Yes.
It could have got one.
Shut up and take my money now. We would love to. All right, guys, so you can just see, I mean, unbelievable, the Athena here. And there goes some missiles.
And there goes the Cerberus.
And she's finished. She is finished. I love it. So the Cerberus is completely destroyed. We got a mission successful, and man, is that awesome. So I'm sure that some of you guys have probably really enjoyed the battle. We're looking at the comments right now, and we're really pleased with the way you guys are seeing the game. And I'm guessing probably right now you want to get a closer look at the ships. Maybe get a closer look at how many ships there are. We're probably not going to show you every single ship in the game. That would be kind of cheating, but we're going to show you some of the ships right now, so you guys get an idea of what to expect when you go into skirmish mode, or even possibly a multiplayer battle later on. So let's jump right in, if we could, David, and take a look at all the different ship classes. And we can also look at Cylon ships as well.
Of course, yeah. So
you-
I've seen some people in the feed asking about multiplayer, and yeah, multiplayer and skirmish are kind of both two sides of the same coin. So in skirmish mode and multiplayer, you make a ship to a points limit that you choose to set. You can play as the Cylons or the Colonials, your choice. Cylon versus Cylon is very interesting. So Cylons are a bit more fiddly, but a bit more interesting in their gameplay.
Yes, definitely.
The Colonials, however, are a bit more meaty. So I'm going to choose the Arena gameplay map to play on. And we've already got a couple of fleets pre-created, so we've just been playing with Battlestar 05 with the Athena. We're going to go and make a new fleet just to show some people some new ships.
Excellent. And I must say, I mean, it immediately caught my eye. It must be my ADD, and that is, I saw the word nuke right there.
Yes.
Are we going to be able to maybe take a look at that later? Take a look at the power of this nuke later on in this
Of course,
stream?
why not? Why would I deny you that?
There you go. I promised you a nuke. Here we go. So we're jumping in.
So basically each ship would be great, so let's shove a Jupiter in there to start with.
Beautiful. And this is, of course, our heaviest Battlestar. This
Yes.
is our strongest Battlestar that we have, at least temporarily in our fleet.
So before your battle start, you basically choose how you want your fleet to lay out. So I'm going to choose to center my fleet around my Battlestar. I'm going to have him floating in the midsection there.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to choose this Battlestar to go equipped with Mark II Vipers, so that's a bit more firepower. And
So how many different additions can you add to one Battlestar?
so each one Battlestar is currently equipped with one basic type of missile ordnance and two types of squadrons.
Beautiful, beautiful. And of course, that's going to add to the overall cost of the Battlestar
Yep.
itself.
So that's how it goes. We see the points at the bottom going up, and the sort of sub points.
Okay.
Adding in a Minotaur gunship. So these guys were kind of the design was ripped off by the Cylons for that ship you saw getting blown up at the very start.
Right.
These guys are basically hedgehogs of guns. Heavy guns on the front, heavy guns on the top, light guns on the left and right. They are dominating a battle space, but because they're full of guns, they're a bit less cannony. They are not necessarily as survivable as a Jupiter class.
Excellent, excellent. Interesting.
Then you saw the Rangers. Now the Ranger is a missile cruiser, so these guys are generally further back. They've got good long-range weaponry, and importantly, double loadouts of missiles, and importantly, fast turnaround of missile loadout. So these guys spit out torpedoes just bang, 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 bang.
So does that
really
mean
dangerous.
they don't have to wait as long as the other ships to sort of refresh their missiles?
Their crews are basically fully focused on getting their missiles reloaded, re-engaged, and getting out there.
Absolutely awesome.
And there's also another type of Battlestar out there, which is the Artemis, which is a light Battlestar, which some of the fans of the older series may see a bit of a tribute here. We'll show you it in the thing later, but this is basically, it's another Battlestar. It comes with very similar capabilities, but importantly, it's much lighter than the Jupiter, so not as survivable, but much quicker, much lighter to get to the fight, much more able to get away from the fight.
Awesome. Awesome.
Is there anything from the Twitter guys that we want to see in particular?
Let's take a look. If there's anything, well, somebody's throwing money at their screen, so we've got to deal with that. Well, if anybody wants to have us take a look at one of the ships that's on screen, feel free to ask us, and we'll do our best to show you guys. And we'd love to show you, of course. So I'm guessing a lot of people also mentioned the nuke. We're going to get to that, I promise you, but you're going to have to be patient for the nuke.
So, I said the kind of way the multiplayer plays out is you kind of go away behind the scenes, save your fleet. 6,000 points. I'm pretty damn good with this maths stuff.
Pretty nice.
So basically, you go into a multiplayer match, either a ranked one or a free one with your friends. You can use basically the invite system on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 4. And you can basically go, right, we've got a 6,000 point match. You make a 6,000 point fleet, I'll make a 6,000 point fleet, and go toe to toe. See who can outlast it.
So, of course, have a pretty even battle.
Generally, yeah, it's generally pretty well balanced. So you can either go in like this is pretty good. This is a pretty gun heavy thing. But noticeably, there's no real scout here other than that one raptor. So it's pretty blind. If I can take on a raptor and keep away from me, I'm going to be really struggling for targets.
Understood.
Whereas,
and somebody here was actually asking about the campaign. So can we talk about what the campaign entails?
Yeah. So the campaign is kind of sort of sandbox, sort of story based. So there's a brand new story written by the guys at Black Lab that got approved by the showrunners of Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
It's kind of based over 14 kind of story missions, but in that you're also acting as in command of colonial fleet when you're defending the 12 colonies in the Cylon incursion. Wow. So it's based in the Cyrannus system. So if people want to go out there and look for the Cyrannus, there's a good piece of art from one of the Battlestar old artists, which basically shows it's a quaternary star system. Where you have two binary star systems rotating around the same point. Wow. Which is a bit of a mess in the head to begin with, but then when you try and think about how you're going to jump between these two places and how you're going to protect all 12 of them from a Cylon incursion that can come from anywhere, because FTL means that, well, how are you going to stop it?
Right, exactly, yeah.
So it makes it a very interesting tactical gameplay, not just on the battle version, but also how do you defend the colonies from invasion.
Right, exactly. Absolutely.
So I actually pre-made a fleet here, which is BSGO2, with the Jupiter leading it. Thank you to some of the guys in the beta test for helping me name some of these.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the beta test guys were able to name some ships, which is quite fascinating. And
so we've gone for the Njord and the Zephyrus for the east and north winds, and then a few Greek archers, and then the Artemis and the Jupiter going in there as well. And I thought, Kevin, given that I've played that, would you like to take command of this fleet, Kevin?
You know what?
You can
probably going to just crash it into each other by accident, and for all you know, I could be a Cylon agent, and I'm here to destroy it. I mean, that's something you should have considered. But yeah, you know, let's go.
Your history does tend to verge again. So I'm just setting up a fleet for you.
That's something you should have considered. But yeah, you know, your history does.
Just to give you a bit of a challenge. So the people on the stream can see kind of what he's going up against. Kevin can't see the screen right now.
Please give me those nukes.
Yes, well, I've given him a nuke, but I've also given him a few nasty things to go up against him. We've got to see a jump in. Tell you what, Kevin, I'm just going to pass you the keyboard.
That's an even better idea. Yes. All right, guys. So, master of the game myself. Yes. You know, I've actually never played.
Something that people on the stream may have noticed, I may have awarded myself a few pins.
He is the commander.
And given that Kevin's now in command, I think it's appropriate that Kevin now takes command.
I would take them, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to figure it out.
Keep them. Hold to your heart. Kevin, it's fine.
Let's see how this works. This is much harder than actually playing the game.
It's fine. Play. So we just saw the jump in. You saw the Erika Ishii playing Helena Agathon counting down the jump.
Yes.
And we're in, and we're ready, and the enemy is in front of you.
I think I'm different from most Battlestar commanders.
Yes.
So I'm going to just go for one pin.
You go, that's fine. I'm down with that.
I'm different. You know, I'm
you're
a cool Battlestar.
Well, only
I'm a
half,
hip one.
half a commander.
So yeah, just half.
Yeah, that's fine.
They haven't actually commissioned me. They're kind of upset at my skills. So let's go ahead and jump in, guys. We're going to jump immediately into the battle itself. So I'm already seeing some beautiful opportunities here. Of course, I don't want to just go off to the far left right away. Let's go ahead and just start moving forward. So I'm assuming that the actual enemy, the Cylon fleet, as I can see, I can actually sort of see them here targeted.
Yep.
And I'm very proud of my chevrons. This is nice. But so basically, they're nice and targeted here.
But importantly, you can't tell what they are because they're outside of range.
And I mean, the way I'm thinking at least is the Manticore. It's not exactly very strong. So I think I'm going to kind of move him up slowly. And sort of bring the heavier ships up to bear. I'm not sure whether or not this tactic is a good one, but let's see what happens here. So let's keep moving. Here we go. And this time I'm going to move forward, guys. But one important thing, we can also move the height of the actual where the ship is. So I want to kind of bring them all fairly close together. And for any of you guys that have seen me as a group of Maxenius, streaming here before, you know that generally I like to just go in and attack. Just attack and destroy people. I don't think that's going to actually happen. We'll have to see. So here we go, guys. Let's pull this guy back as well. I don't want him going back forward too much, and we shall move.
So as you guys go forward, you'll see the enemy fleet start launching raiders, but you can't tell what raiders they are. Because again, they're still outside of Raiders range. You need to use your Manticores, which are light and vulnerable and have very good Raiders packages that can get out there and get you some sightings.
So, in other words, the Manticore is basically a scout unit where he might not be very heavy, but he can certainly kind of get up close.
Yep. Its survivability is not great, but they're fast. They can get in and out of combat pretty quick.
And I'm wondering, I mean, just out of curiosity, and people may not actually know the answer to this question, but how many people do you think could actually fit on one of the smaller ships like a Manticore? Would it be?
I would have thought you got a crew of 40 on one of those things. Manning guns and engines, maybe less.
Okay.
And
on an actual Battlestar, we're talking maybe thousands.
These ones that help the kind of point of the Galactica was a little bit less people heavy because they put in more network systems, which they then probably had to rip out because all the Cylons rip out.
Oh my goodness.
So actually, they operate on a much larger capacity than you'd think.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to use an old Zulu tactic here. Zulu, and then that's going to be sort of the horns of the bull. So I'm going to go ahead and take sort of, and as you can see, I can also change the yaw. Is it the yaw?
Yep.
Of the ship? So in other words, if I'm moving a ship sort of to the left, you guys might see the left. You can kind of yaw it. You can yaw. You can do that thing. It's called yawing. I don't know. And anyway, so we're going to do that, and we're also going to send this guy. This is going to be the head of the bull here, and we're going to send this guy off to the right as well.
So what Kevin's kind of doing is using is a Minotaur heavy gunship, bristling with guns, very damaging. You can get a good crossfire on you, great. Oh, but here come the Raiders. Raiders are engaging.
Oh my goodness! Oh, there's a lot of them.
And a lot of
I don't think I'm prepared for this, David. I don't think I'm prepared.
Now I'm going to say, Kevin, wait. Think about it.
All right, fair.
You firstly notice I'm now an Admiral.
That's true. So, oh my goodness, you have another one.
I'm now an Admiral, so that's fine.
This is frightening.
So two things you need to pay attention to, Kevin. So if you look on your left flank, you'll see the Raiders all engaging there.
I see that.
Go look at them.
Quite a lot of them.
They are. So you need to do something about that. So you need to get some Raiders launched of your Vipers launched of your own.
Ah, okay.
Get some Vipers launched.
So maybe we can go ahead here and get some squadrons.
Yep. Get some Vipers launched.
Let's get some Vipers. Now, can we take the MK2 class? Well, I guess we both have MK2 classes.
Yep.
Let's do that.
Yep.
Okay, wonderful.
And launch the other one as well.
So we're going to launch, guys, 2 squadrons of Vipers over here, and just launch all squadrons. Look at that. Incredible.
And if also your Artemis is also a carrier.
Wonderful. So let's do it the same with the Artemis.
Yep.
And
Get them out there.
Launch all squadrons.
Which you need engaging.
So these guys can essentially engage this enemy group right here.
Yeah. So your capital ships with the light guns are pretty good at engaging them as well. So if you can get a flank from your Minotaurs, you'll do quite well. Okay. But you really want them to go up and engage them face to face. One other thing you may have noticed on your right, you have some glowing incoming things.
Yes.
Those are generally bad news. You might want to go and have a look and see where they're pointing. So
I've never liked glowing incoming.
Yes. Get the camera behind them. You'll be able to see who they're shooting at.
Oh my goodness.
So you got a lot of ordnance incoming towards your Minotaur.
Those are torpedoes. So what I'm going to try to do for myself here now, I'd love to launch the nuke immediately for you guys, but there's no way that's going to happen. We're going to have to wait for that. So we're going to go ahead and maybe launch some of our own ordnance, maybe some torpedoes at the enemy here. So let's fire at this Nemesis.
Yep.
And I'm also going to take this guy right here. I really want to use
Don't
it.
do it. Don't do it.
No,
Put it away. I say what I would do though is your Minotaur there. You're traveling in a straight line, so those nukes have been trying to lead you, so they're aiming at you in your straight line.
So maybe I should change my trajectory.
I think change your...
Maybe let's do something more like
Maybe
this.
not that guy, but the other guy.
Oh, the other, okay,
Yes.
hold on, well, in this case, you know what, he's going to go that way, we'll just accept
So if you think where they're coming in, they're coming straight at you, so turning left and right isn't going to help.
Right.
Raising up and down might make them go straight underneath you.
Okay, so well, first of all, let's see if they are below or above me. It looks like they're pretty much on level, on point. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to get as high up as I can.
There's a good chance I reckon you would go and dodge some of that.
Let's hope, let's hope everything works out.
And what the other thing you can do is, with your Minotaurs which are full of guns, you can get into focus fire on someone, which will increase their rate of fire on that particular target.
Wow.
It leaves them weaker on other targets, but they can really go for it.
All right, let's go for it. Let's see if we can't get a kill here.
Go on the pacifier.
Oh, come on, get these torpedoes away from me.
Good
And
dodge.
Sure
Well
enough,
done, sir.
he's absolutely right. Thank you, David. Admiral
Good
David
dodge.
Sherrick has just...
However, you have also missed as well. So
Oh, damn it. Well, you can't win them all. That's what they tell me.
Yes.
So here we go. So over here, I see a strange thing happening above. So what do we call this?
So this is, you're being hacked. So there's no
good.
nasty sort of backdoor command protocol stuff here. It's very much more hands on deck. Of the Cylons have a squadron here called the War Driver, and they have guns and whatever else, but they also basically fire off essentially great big wire guided darts that stick in your ship, and they probably use that to gain direct access to your firewalls.
Wow.
So if you click on your Manticore over here, who's being hacked,
Okay, let's take a look here.
you'll notice his firewall is coming down at a rapid rate.
Wow, I see
And they're
that.
going after your armory. So if they take your armory down, you can't fire any missiles.
Okay.
So for the time being, you've got kind of two things. One, repair stuff as quick as you can to try and stop them bringing it down.
Okay.
Two, run away from them, but they're quite fast, so you might not get away. And three, shoot them down first.
Okay. Now, one question: could our Vipers from the Jupiter and the Artemis engage these guys?
I would highly recommend it, Kevin.
I like that idea. So let's go. So we're going to go ahead and select these guys right here, and we want to immediately engage the enemy here, the War Driver Squadron.
Yep.
And I guess I don't want to end the turn.
Yep.
Let's just make sure I'm making the right decision here.
Yes.
We'll take the MK1, select target, and we're going to want to go find that War Driver Squadron.
There it is.
There it is. So I'm going to select the target on him.
So there we'll go hunting.
Okay, and maybe we'll also take the MK2s here. We will select the target. Let's jump to the War Driver Squadron as well.
So you can either, in confused battlefield like this, it's quite useful to use the arrows to toggle through things, but you can also just freely click on whoever you want to shot.
Oh, so in other words, once I click select target, just
you
click
can just
on
don't click
the
on
ship.
someone and they'll go shoot for you.
Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and select. I think I'm messing it up. Hold on.
Select Viper, select target.
There we go.
And then
Select target.
And then you just click on whatever. There you go.
Wonderful.
And they're off.
Okay, guys, so they're targeting, and I don't want these ships to crash. So
I thought you were going to notice.
I was
so
going to
hoping
do
you
it
would
on
notice
purpose,
that.
but then I decided I was like, let me actually pretend I have skill here. I mean, let's just pretend, just for fun.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. I'm also going to start moving these guys down since it looks like the torpedoes have passed by for the most part. We'll move these guys down, and we're going to go ahead and end the turn. Hope for the best. And I really hope we stop those guys from hacking us. So some massive shots going on here.
And you may
What
just
is
know
that?
That'd be a base dog. It means the radius range,
But
which you nearly hit with your torpedoes. That was nearly
No,
fantastic
actually,
fortuitous.
it just went right under the base.
Yes,
Look,
that was nearly
that's
impressively good work.
That's
You
just,
missed.
yeah, no, it's typical.
So
here we go.
these are the base stars from this era, so people may be expecting to see like the big pointy turny ones in the Second War, but they're like 50 years in the future.
Wow.
They're very modern. These are the very classic base stars in this era, the first Cylon War era.
Unbelievable. Okay, and so we've still got a ton of Cylon ships here, and if I'm not mistaken, we're quite high up. So I'm thinking that we want to actually bring ourselves down so we can start engaging these guys properly.
Yep.
I definitely want to maybe fire some ordnance if we can, but it looks like we got a cooldown of about one turn, which is acceptable. And of course, we want to move down with this guy too, our Battlestar.
So this point, I'd say probably use a bit of focus fire. So if you click on the turrets.
Okay, so let's do that. Click on the turrets here.
Yep. So you can see where you're going to. So focus fire. You can basically choose one of your targeting, maybe that Talon in front of you, which are kind of a Cylon light carrier.
Okay, so the Talon,
yeah.
And so the Talon is, I mean, from what I've noticed, is it the Nemesis that can send out those hacking?
Yes, the Nemesis also has hacking packages. The Talon is actually quite well armored for a light carrier.
Okay, interesting. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's keep going.
Shadow wants us to nuke the base star. Oh, that sounds like a very
That's a
good idea.
terrible idea.
No.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
I mean, for entertainment, it's silly. It's just we would never do that.
No.
All right, let's end the turn.
So you're
and
getting,
here
you're getting a bit messed up over there. That's
All right,
fine.
but it looks like our men are engaging.
Yep, there you go. Your Vipers
they're
are
going for
engaged
those
the war
hackers.
drivers. Yep, that's good.
And it looks like we're also getting shot at with enemy torpedoes, or actually enemy missiles, guided missiles, directly at our ship. And what does this mean? So
that means that
boarded.
Yes. What you didn't notice was a heavy raider coming down your flank.
That's terrible.
Yes,
So we now have Cylons on our ships.
You now have Silent Centurions on your ship. Fortunately, the Jupiter class comes with the best complement of Marines in the game.
Oh wow!
So they're going to get pretty minced.
Okay.
But whilst they're aboard, they're going to be doing loads of damage, say to your hangar bay. So if your hangar bay goes offline, you're not launching any more ships.
Wonderful. Well, I mean, either way, I think I'm going to have some fun here. But I'm not exactly ecstatic about being boarded, guys. And everybody's just yelling, nuke, 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 nuke. Give us time, guys. Give us time.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Yep.
Maybe we should do it now.
No, put it away.
No. I really do want
Coup
to
de
use
grace.
it.
Coup de grace, Kevin.
Yeah, all right, here we go. So we're going to turn right here, and once again, guys, at this point, I think for my posture, we're going to select the turret, we're going to focus fire,
I'd say that Arachne right there.
Yes, I think it's a perfect target. I mean,
He's turned his bottom on you.
We're basically going to be, like, firing ahead of him. We're going to be leading the shots,
Yep.
and I think we can get most damage that way. Let's take a look here at this gentleman.
So the posture button you're seeing there is kind of... so you may have seen it in Black Lab's previous games where they had this ability to balance between shields and power and engines, but of course shields aren't a thing in Battlestar. They're quite realistic when it comes to science. So what we've got in here is kind of ability to tell your crew, basically, right, I want you manning the guns and putting out as much firepower as possible, or I want you looking at putting out fires and defending my ship.
Interesting.
And the slider gives you that kind of ability to kind of tweak how you want your crew ship to fire. So go on, put it on full attack, Kevin. You know you want to.
Let's do it. And I've noticed that this particular ship has just a bevy of guns
yes.
all over it. I mean, it's bristling with guns.
So the Minotaur is named by the dual horns on the top of it, so you can see the two big cannons on its head there, on the alligator head.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, it is absolutely covered in other ordnance outputting systems.
All right, well, let's go for it. I mean, we've got to try to defeat these guys. We've got some Cylons underneath us, and I'm not exactly feeling great about having them there. I feel a little worried, but I am going to take the Manticore class here, and I'm actually going to turn left and try to join the battle.
Good
Maybe
idea.
even try fighting some of the Cylons.
They're in your horns of the bill have really engaged them.
Exactly.
Yep.
I totally forgot I was using Zulu tactics. Look at that. Unbelievable. What a surprise. Let's go ahead and end turn. So here we go, guys. Actually, getting some nasty shots here from the bottom. Oh my goodness. We might be losing. Yeah, we definitely might be losing this guy. More missiles coming in. Oh my goodness.
42 hull, no front armor. You might. Oh, and he's gonna get rammed.
You know what? But what about this? What about we go Agrippa Maxinius kamikaze mode and we just...
I'm totally fine with that.
Right through them both.
I'm totally fine.
They happen to be in front of us. You know
They're slightly above you, I believe.
Slightly above. So we'll just do this.
Yep.
And just make sure. And I mean, we're going to get destroyed anyway. So I say we get the most out of this that we can.
Now here's the cool thing about. Oh, yeah, I think you're missing it there, Kev. I'm looking back.
Sorry.
Here's the cool thing about the kind of simultaneous turn-based here is that Kevin is expecting, has to anticipate here that Arachne is going to carry on its path. But if certainly in a multiplayer game, if I was controlling that Arachne, I'd be doing a hard stop left.
Of course.
And raising myself, expecting you to try and ram me.
Exactly.
Get out of the way, and then get you missiles in the face from the base star.
Absolutely. So let's see here. We're going to be firing that thing eventually. Don't worry, guys.
So you've noticed you've got some of your Vipers returning to base, so the mission's been complete, so they can go and fight someone else.
So can I bring my Vipers out instantly, or do I have to? Is there a cooldown period?
So it's basically launch Vipers. They launch off return, then you give them orders.
Okay.
They're instantly ready to defend your ships, but they need to get them attacking.
I love this. Remember the Pegasus. Pretty cool stuff. All right, yes.
Remember the Pegasus 60 years in the future. Yeah.
Exactly. And remember the Minotaur guys, because they're about to sacrifice themselves.
Remember the Icarus. Remember the Icarus.
Here we go. Now they're actually turning. They're actually turning away.
That's what I do.
Look at that. Oh no! No, come back. Where are you going? Where are you guys going? Now, actually, my ships are converging pretty close.
You're worrying about doing a very aggressive maneuver here, Kevin.
Exactly. We've taken the Zulu idea and completely ruined it. So let's go here, and I'm also going to be taking this guy. I think I'm going to try to kind of go over here and then yaw him to the right, so that I'm kind of getting away of this cluster of ships.
Keep your forward orders.
Exactly.
Yep.
and I think I'm going to go ahead and, with the Minotaur, if I can get a shot off, maybe select the turrets and aim at one of these other ships. Actually,
no, he's on the Arachne already. I think that's probably a good target.
I think we're good. So what are we going to do with this guy? I mean, he didn't manage to crash. In my eyes, he's a failure.
The thing is, it's actually giving yourself an opportunity though, because they've turned away from you. Your guns are not trained on you. So if you turn a flank off to the right, you might be able to get them focusing on your other armor that's still strong.
I like that.
Protecting your front armor.
And this is more about exposing the rear or exposing the left side, so that now they're focusing on that. I'm going to expose the left side because it seems to be pretty strong.
And you might want to make sure that Minotaur doesn't run into it. That Manticore doesn't run into it. Just a thought.
Well, that could be entertaining.
Yes,
you guys might want to see that. I'm sure. No, we'll make sure. So we're going to move the Manticore this way, and let's go, guys. There we go.
There goes one nemesis.
It's one down. It's one down, guys.
Arachne's going to last very long either.
No, I don't think so. I think the tables have turned. The tables have turned. You know what? I do deserve this chevron. Is it still on? I do deserve it. I do. You see that? That's a deserved chevron, my friends. I promise you that. So we're going to go ahead and take a look here.
So let's look at what you got left. So we have, over on the right there, we got a Talon and looks like some Raiders, and then something else. Some Raiders chasing your Manticore over on the far left there.
He's running away. That. Poor Manticore.
Coward. Get him back here.
It's horrible.
His rear arm is almost chewed through from Raiders. And his engineering and armor, you might want to start repairing that engineering.
Okay, so let's actually talk about repair, because we haven't actually touched on that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into engineering here.
Yep.
And how long does it take to actually repair something?
So the subsystems get damaged basically as either you get hacked, where people hack the web fighter, basically cause your computers to go on the fritz,
right?
Or if you've lost a lot of armor, lots of the time taking hits from that particular open side will cause degradation in systems as well.
Wow.
So if you lose all your rear armor and you get hit there, your engines are going to degrade, and eventually you come to a full stop and you're sitting duck.
At that point, you're finished, right? So I guess our goal now is going to be to destroy this Talon.
Yeah.
Once we destroy him, I think we can go ahead and give everybody what they've been waiting for and launch a nuke.
Yep,
so let's go ahead and move down. I do see this guy. He could probably stand to move down a little bit as well. Although the yaw, of course, on this guy it's going to take longer because he's a heavier ship.
Yes.
And the Manticore, I think I'm just going to keep the Manticore going.
Yep. I'd drop some of those armor piercers, I have to say.
Oh, let me see.
Some of those armor piercers.
Oh, so can we use these against the fire of the armor piercer? So let's use it against the base star. Okay, let's do it.
Start weaken the armor. So those are specialist armor degrading missiles.
Here we go, guys. Going for the Minotaur.
That's not good. That's not good.
No, he's gonna crash. No.
By the Icarus.
They're both gone.
Yep.
They both were just eviscerated.
The Pasiphae is dead.
No.
I'm sorry, Pasiphae.
No. But they died heroes.
Yeah, Pasiphae named after the mother of the Minotaur, and she's now no more.
That's too bad. All right. Well, so now of course we need to focus on the base star.
That's the only thing left.
And I think it's about time.
I think I'd get that nuke and wouldn't necessarily waste. Why waste your Manticore's life ramming into it, Kevin? Why do that?
Because it's entertaining.
But then you waste your nuke. Use your nuke, Kevin.
Fair enough. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's fire the nuke. So here we go. So we're going to fire the nuke, guys. I know you guys have been waiting for this, so we're going to launch it right at the base star. And of course, we're going to end the stream seconds before the nuke actually hits the target. That's the idea.
So if you have any questions, ask them now.
Ask them right now. Yes. You're not going to get to see that now. We'll show you guys the nuke. So here we go, guys. We're going to select the base star. And of course...
Get him out of the way.
Yeah, let's get this poor Manticore.
You don't want to be caught in the radius.
Let's just move him up here.
Yep.
And just to make sure, we'll move this guy over here as well, the Artemis. Yep. And we will go ahead, guys, and hope that we get a nice little shot here.
Yep. Let's go.
Come on, boys.
Now here's the other thing. The nuke's launched late in the turn, because obviously they're so powerful. There it goes.
There we go. And I love how this ship keeps moving around, sort of to take.
Base star has those. Here's the other thing: is that because we've taken down its radar complements or distracted them massively, a radar complement defending the ship would be able to shoot that down.
Yes.
You have to make sure you take out the squadron fighters there if you want to use such a valuable weapon.
All right. Well, shall we?
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
Here we go. Oh, she's. Oh, I think she's gone. I think she's gone. Oh my God, that was beautiful. That right there was beautiful. That's a mission successful from the great Admiral Agrippa. I'm still sorry, sir.
Commander. You can have Commander.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. But anyway, Commander Agrippa.
Yep.
And I think it wasn't so bad. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to watch a quick replay so you guys kind of see like how the action plays out in real time, and tell us what you think.
Yep.
It's a space dust clogging me. Excuse me, guys.
So one thing you didn't really see much in the battle because you got toasted too early, but this is the Arachne. Is the Cylon heavy cruiser. So it comes with some very nasty forward and top guns, and also can launch raiders, and also nasty missiles. So that's quite a fearsome fleet, isn't it? Coming
terrifying.
At us.
Yes, absolutely. And we can see that's where they launched the torpedoes right away. I didn't even see them. I guess they spotted me first.
Yeah, you just managed to get out of the way.
Yes.
Just miss, and then yours come down here.
Look at that! Look at that! Oh!
And just arc away.
And once again, just missed on both sides.
Yep. There you go. So they just missed the base star, for instance. So you can see the war drivers over here hacking away, but then intercepted by your Viper fleet. Viper squadrons doing a very good job of stopping that hacking attempt.
I'm loving those Viper squadrons. So I have to say, the one thing that I find most frustrating in a battle is getting hacked. It's extremely frustrating. You can't do anything. You're stuck.
Yeah. There's the shadow of
there we go. Oh,
passing
yes.
over. There's one down. Watch the passive A doing wonderful damage, but not last very long.
You know what, though? I think he took a lot of damage before he got
she did a lot of
blown away.
She did a lot of work.
Quite a lot, yes.
Look at the damage that being dished out, but
just
guns flying left, right, centre.
Blazing, and there's another ship down. Unfortunately, I think here.
Unfortunately, I think your passive A may well not make it out of this.
No, I think she meets her end very soon.
And those missiles launched from the base star.
Oh no, there they come. There's the end. Oh no.
And she's no more.
It's painful to see that poor ship get destroyed.
But she served you well.
She did.
And it could have been worse. You could have rammed her into one of your own ships.
Yes, which I wanted to.
Yes.
I really did.
And the base star is completely open.
So there we go. I think we fired the nuke. I think we have fired the nuke.
And there it goes.
Did you guys see that flash? You actually see the flash of the nuke itself. Just boom in the background there. So beautiful. I mean, I loved it. I had fun. You guys can obviously see the mission statistics after every mission. So you see like the damage dealt, the ships involved, etc. And I think that's always really fun. Now, I think we're going to go into, guys, and we're getting close to the end of this stream. But we do see that you guys have a lot of questions. So we want to try to answer as many of them as we can. So fire away, and
so one from Hal Donut, and they definitely will have multiplayer. So on launch will be 1v1, so if you go out, challenge your friends, challenge people in ranking ladders. Co-op is almost certainly coming, but probably not for day one.
Okay, excellent. So, Kreskoff, and I think we mentioned this in the beginning, but we might want to go over it again, is which BSG is this based on?
So this is the reimagined series, so the 2003 series, but we're based in the timeline in the first Cylon War, which was the 15-long war, before Blood and Chrome, after Caprica, 4 years into it. And I saw that Ned Deporter says, can you do this without losing a ship? Yes, if you're good.
Yes. It's going to take a while for me, probably. But anyway, so we're taking a look here.
There's a bad comment how much we're RDM and the series creators involved. Basically everything in here has gone past the guys at Universal Creative.
Yes,
so everything has been approved and given input by them. They've been really good. We've really enjoyed working with them.
Yeah, they've been excellent. They really have.
And Shadow Space, we'll be fighting over shipyards. You certainly fight at the Scorpio shipyards, and one of the shipyards is one of your core things. So yes, you definitely will be looking to preserve your shipyards.
And the game looks fantastic from the live stream. You guys look like you did a great job on this. Thank you, Astral.
Yep.
And obviously, thank you to the guys at Black Lab Games. Just incredible work.
Who are still up, despite it being about midnight in Western Australia time. So well done, lads.
They're watching us right now?
Yes, they are.
How's it going, guys?
Yes.
It's very, very cool. People are saying the music is awesome. We really appreciate that. When are you looking to release, and what's the cost going to be? That's, I think, we really can't touch on that.
Yeah, you'll see later on. But some of this year, but everything else comes out as it comes out.
You can always freeze yourself, and I don't recommend it, but it is a possibility. Just wait for the best.
Yes.
Hope for the best. Is this moddable at Slytherin Group? That's an interesting question.
Yeah, so it's always a hard thing to do with the license property, I'm afraid.
Exactly.
Because we have things need improving. And Howlers, it does cover the entire war. It covers a period in the war, and there's not all of it, but a very good chunk of the period of it.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, anyway, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed the stream. I loved working with David here. It was really fun having him over here in the war room of Slytherin Games. And, of course, I think we all had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed the game.
I would say...
So say we all.
Yes, go to www.slytherin.co.uk/BSG Deadlock. Get more information, sign up for the beta. There's people already playing the closed beta. We'd love more people.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And thank you, Dogs of War, as well. And thank you all, guys, for showing up. Take care, and I hope to see you in space. Well, hopefully.
So say we all.
So say we all.
Good night, everybody.